Hi there! This time I will start putting strips on the bulkheads. But first I need to attend to a problem that I have. Let me show you. The stern line doesn't actually fit with the blueprints. As the blueprint says that this should be 1 centimeter higher than it is here, and as you can see, there is no chance that there will be a smooth bend if you raise this part higher up, because this is too low for that. So these two doesn't match. So I decided to stick with what I got here instead. So I have lowered the piece a little bit down here, you see, and adjusted. And as I'm quite happy with the bend, I decided to go with this. So to secure it in place, I will screw a couple of screws in from behind here into the plywood, and also secure it in the front. I nail the screws to the board. I make sure that the plywood is in the middle before I screw it in place. So now I have locked the piece in place with 2 screws here and here. So now let's start gluing. Strike some glue onto the piece that I'm going to glue in place. And then I press the strip so it's aligned with the bottom here, and clamp it in place in order to secure it even better. I staple it in place as well. I'm not totally happy. As you perhaps can see, there are a little bit of space here. I will take a second clamp and put that a bit further in here. Now the fitting is better. So while the first strip is curing, we can start putting the other strip in place. To do this, it's easiest to start somewhere in the middle where the strip balance, and adjust the deck line marking to the bottom side of the strip. Hold it while firing, and I go to the next one, find the deck line, hold it, and shoot it in place. find the deckline marking. Hold it. And shoot it in place. Now the strip should have cured, so it should be safe to remove the clamps. I can cut the strip, and when you cut it, you should cut it straight towards the keel. Now everything should be cured, so we can remove the clamps. I put an extra clamp here to press everything to the right, as this strip was a bit thinner than the other one, and thereby pushing the whole piece this way. It will probably move backwards when I remove this clamp, but you never know. Yeah, a little bit. So I have to watch out for that when I add the next layer. Now I can cut this strip as well. Now the keel strip. This strip was put in place just to make sure that the distance are correct and that this bend is good. But it has some flaws. It's way too thin, and also some other minor errors. So I will replace it with a better one. First, I fasten a strip on the side of the strip that I want to remove. This is to secure the distance between the bulkheads. Then I fasten the new keel strip. I make sure that there is no bend in the strips. Where the strip do not align well, I put some glue in place. Then I add the next layer on this side as well. To reduce gaps, I take off a millimeter with the hand panner. Here in the end, the alignment is not so good, as I have wide strips. I adjust the keel strip to a smooth transition. Now I could proceed with the next strip. However, this area here might cause a problem later, as it's kind of sticky and it might mess up the bond with epoxy. So maybe I better cut a hole here and replace this with a small piece. And replacing piece. Put it in place and hold everything with a clamp. Then the third layer. Here I adjust another repair of the resin pocket. And another. Also the fourth layer is unproblematic, although I use 22mm wide strips. But gluing is necessary where there is an irregular bend. But as I do a strip in the morning or evening before or after work, it's no problem that it takes some time. Also, it gives me plenty of time to think through the next step before I proceed. In some areas it might seem that I'm overusing clamps. But I know from earlier experience that the alignment is important in order to not sand too much or even sand through the strips. Now I have almost eliminated the shoeness from the first strip. Here, where the side is transforming into the bottom, I cut a few less wide strips. They take the bend easier after adjustments. Now I need to start adjusting the strips even more. To make the adjustment fit more permanent, I use glue. And fasten temporary with masking tape. Clamps is needed when more force is needed for the gluing. Here, close to the keel, more fitting is necessary. And I use a small hand planner a lot. More force is needed. So here I use small screws. There I have a little problem now. As you see, this last strip fits this hole, but if I press it in place, it will be very little material here to sand. I press a glued piece to the hull using some clamps. Now it's just some quick work to finish the hull. The strips that are close to the keel needs to be cut so they fit. So I take some care to cut them with the saw and also plan them with the hand planner until they fit, and I'm happy. And then I glue also on some places just to hold the strip in place. Masking tape is really handy when it comes to this phase. And now the finishing strip, and this part is finished.